I'm still gonna be me. If you feel like I'm overshadowing you, then get out my shadow. Be your own person.
Ooh, get out my shadow.
Right.
That's a teacher. Today's guest on Ride Along Conversation is Brittney Callier, who is our kitchen therapist. It's amazing how good eats and great spices can evoke a great conversation. So I want you to come on and take a ride with me.
My name is Brittney Callier. I'm a multifaceted woman, but today I'm kid-free and I'm riding with Natasha Barnes-Owens. Hey, girl!
Hey! Come on in. Hey, Brittney, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I am great. So here we are. We're almost to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's the summertime. It's about the kids about to get out of school.
Favorite season.
Right. Why is it your favorite season?
I was born in July. My birthday is July 14th.
What?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm 7-Eleven.
Shut up!
No.
Yes.
Okay, 7-Eleven. Okay, so summer is naturally going to be our favorite time of the year.
Look,
everybody. So look, I got my girl Brittney here, who is the kitchen therapist.
Yes.
And we're going to talk all things kitchen. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk all things therapy. Mm-hmm. And we're going to merge those two ingredients together and spice it up a little bit.
Yes.
See, I'm talking a little bit of, culinary art. Okay, so y'all, I'm super stoked, okay? I'm super excited because we have Brittney. Like I said, we have Brittney here. So tell me, we want to get to know a little bit about you. Okay. We're going to do a quick speed dating type situation.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Okay, you here for it?
I'm here for
All right. So, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color right now is yellow.
Okay, so you have seasons of favorite colors?
Yes.
Okay, and why yellow? Not because the books told you.
Right,
okay.
Right. I don't know. So all of a sudden, yellow became my brand color. And it's what I feel like yellow called me.
Well, first of all, you are like full of sunshine.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm just saying. With just meeting, your vibe is just so magnetic and so energetic. So you're good. So yellow is great.
Thank you.
All right. So breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Brunch, honey.
Was that what the choice is?
I know. I'm sorry, but
that's okay. So
brunch
you said brunch. Why brunch?
Because brunch, I could sleep in, which sleeping in for me is like 7 o'clock.
What?
I know, girl, it's crazy.
Wait a minute.
I know.
You said sleeping in 7. What time do you get up?
Like 5:30.
Why 5:30?
So 5:30, my house is still quiet. I can get up. My house is quiet. I can have my quiet time with God. Don't nobody interrupt me. I can just get myself together to be a mom and a wife.
Wow. So listen, here's the thing. I interviewed this young lady. Her name is Egypt. Maybe like a year ago. And we talked about, she said it took her a whole year to get her mind right.
Listen.
To get up early in the morning so that she could meditate, spend time with herself, spend time with God, and get herself together, and to diet and to work out.
Yes.
She said it took her a whole year to get her mind right.
That's it.
To say, I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. And then she said, and it was only at that moment that things began to fall into place as far as her weight loss journey, her mindset.
Everything. I'm telling you everything. Because when you get up at 5:30 in the morning, you can't go to sleep late. So your whole day is just, like I'm in the bed by 8, 9 o'clock.
What?
Like, I know that doesn't mean I'm asleep.
8, 9 o'clock, that's like getting my second win.
Right? No.
That's like my second win, girl.
Crazy. It is crazy, but yeah.
Okay, so you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning so that you can meditate. And you said brunch?
Brunch is everything for me because brunch, you can go to brunch around like 11 or 12, have a couple of drinks, be back home by like 2, take a nap, and then be back up at like 5 on the weekend. Now, I don't go to bed early on the weekend.
Okay.
When I'm actually off from catering, I can just go to brunch, have me like 2 or 3 mimosas.
That's right.
Come back home, go to sleep, get back up at like 5 or 6, and still be ready to cook dinner.
Okay, so So you do a nap. So when? So that's
do a nap.
Wait. So you remember when we was in college? When I was in college, went to North State. Yay, North State. So when I was in college, what we used to do is, we would go to school, go to our classes, all that. And so when Thursday, Friday rolled around, we were like, okay, we going to the club, and then we like, okay, let's pull out everything that we're gonna wear, and then let's take a nap. But we didn't head out into the streets until like 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying we got to reverse that now that when we get a little older.
When you get a little bit older, you got to... See, I'm a day party type of girl.
Ooh,
I don't do no real late night stuff because the world is getting crazier.
Yeah.
So, number one, the world is getting crazy. I don't want to be out late at night.
Right.
Like I really don't.
No,
unless I'm like out of town. If I'm out of town, okay, I'm living my best life.
Right.
But when I'm home, nah, I'm a day party type of girl. Day party me, brunch me.
Okay, so summertime. So we know that you love to cook and you love great food.
Love cooking.
You like brunch. You take a nap. What is a character? Not a character. You know how most times people say, "Oh my gosh, this is her character flaw," but we don't want to say that. So, what is your character?
My character is I am authentically myself, no matter where I am. I am learning to just be me. And me, the true me is I'm not about to put on
any airs.
I'm not about to, I have a great vocabulary. I am an author and I am a reader. So if I feel like I want to use some beautiful vernacular, I will. If I feel like I want to be a park girl or a city girl today, and I will. Yeah. But I'm going to be authentically myself.
And if by chance, because sometimes, let's just be real, let's just be honest, right? Sometimes we, ladies, girlfriends, are your worst friends.
The worst.
And because sometimes, let's just hypothetically say, because sometimes, like, my personality is super bubbly, just in your face,
that's
like, yo, right? It's just like, yo, what we doing? Let's do this, and, But sometimes people feel like that may overshadow them or who they are.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. Say that again. That ain't got nothing to do with you. If you're being yourself, honestly, I'm learning because I've had situations where, when I was still trying to come into myself, I've been that girl. I've been like, oh my God, why
is she so extra? And it takes you time to evolve, right?
I've been that girl, but I understand that it had nothing to do with her. It had everything to do with me being uncomfortable with where I was. So, sis, work out yourself, but I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be me. If you feel like I'm overshadowing you, then get out my shadow. Be your own person.
Ooh, get out my shadow.
Right.
That's a teacher.
Get out my shadow. Be your own person. But you being your own person requires you to know who you are. And I pray that while we spend time together, I pray that while we spend time together, you come into your own, because you're gonna have to, because I have. It is what it is.
Okay, kitchen therapist. How was this birth?
Kitchen therapy was birthed one of these years when I was a single parent.
Did you say one of these years? All right.
They start running together, child. One of these years, I was a single parent and a burned out Child Protective Services investigator / social worker.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yep.
Okay.
I picked my son up from aftercare and I was like, guys, y'all want Taco Bell? He was like, no, mommy. How about we have tacos at home? How about we make tacos? And I'm like, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to make tacos. So there's a Taco Bell by my house and there's a Food Lion.
Okay.
I made a decision. I went to Food Lion, got the stuff for tacos. And when I got to that kitchen, I was like, y'all go do something. I'm going to cook. And I almost broke down. And I'm like praying because I was just tired. Yeah. I think until you've been a single parent, you don't understand the level of fatigue. And as a woman and a mom or anything, any role, I feel like as a woman, we have multiple tabs open, just like on a computer. You know, all the tabs.
Yep.
The moment we wake up. Matter of fact, when we're asleep. When we're asleep.
Wait a minute. We get so much done when we're asleep. Like, we've already planned out the next day and who's going to pick up who. And then that person's going to pick up that person. Then I'm going to take all this out in the morning. And then when I wake up.
That's it. And that's all day. That is all day. So while I'm at a home visit, yes, I'm listening to you and I'm taking notes on how you almost strangled your child. But then I'm thinking about like, ooh, did my child clean his room? Right. I got to pick him up from aftercare. Got to take my daughter to physical therapy. I need to go get Taco Bell. We're going to do Taco Bell. And then so when he said, let's make tacos, I'm like, no. Right. I already planned this out.
Are you going to clean the kitchen?
Right. No. Okay. So yeah, I said, okay, I'm going to make these tacos. So I was making the tacos.
Okay.
And I was honestly like just crying. Like, Lord, help me. Because food is my son's love language. Yeah. If I go out and get him something, I come home, it's the best thing in the world to him. Yeah. Or if I make something for him that he's been wanting, it's the best thing in the world for him. And honestly, I don't want to say pleasing my kids, but being the best mom to my kids, whether that be discipline in a loving way.
Pleasing your kids is not a bad thing. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. Yes. It's when it's in overabundance and they don't understand and appreciate what you do. So you can be this super mom and be super loving. It's just like, you don't have to be a troll all the time. Right. I don't know where people get that from.
Right. Our parents. But no, just kidding. My mom was not a troll. Okay. But yeah, trying to be everything to my kids as a mom is everything to me. So I knew that prayer that day in that kitchen, it was, Lord, help me to serve my kids and decompress from my day. And that's where kitchen therapy was birthed. He told me to set my atmosphere, and setting my atmosphere for me looked like, okay, I'm planning my meals in my sleep. Yes. And on the way home, I'm picking up what I need, or sometimes I would grocery shop for the whole week. A bottle of wine or two was definitely in that bag. Okay.
Bottle of wine. Or two.
Or two. I got to get through the whole week.
Right. The whole week. Yes.
So kitchen therapy is everything of coming into my kitchen, getting my playlist right, pouring myself a glass of wine.
The playlist is important.
The playlist is everything.
You got to have all the ingredients.
It's everything. All of them. And some days that playlist looks very trappy.
Yes.
Very trappy. Some days it looks very gospel-y.
So if it's trappy, then later on, somebody's going to get it. Who's going to get it? He go, well, wait a minute.
Before I met my husband,
what happened?
Got it.
See?
A few people got it.
Don't get it now. Come get it.
Now I got to bounce on this. Okay, after these kids go to sleep, I'll make a phone call. But
see? So it's all the conversation that we're having
right now. This is what I'm saying. This is what women do.
Yes.
So I would set my atmosphere, and the crazy thing happened with kitchen therapy. I'm cooking, and in that time period, I was bouncing back from a divorce and several late night phone calls after listening to trap music and bouncing on things. The crazy thing happened of me healing while I was cooking. I mean, these divine moments with God where I'm telling him, like, bro, God, why this man won't
she's
call
not
me
disrespecting.
back? Right? No.
Because y'all got that understanding.
Yes, you please.
Yes.
Listen, my prayers do not look. I mean, when I'm interceding,
they colorful.
For people, yes, I'm gonna use all the great intercession vernacular. But when it's just me and God in the kitchen, it's very colorful.
Yes.
Lord, why this nigga won't call me back?
Right.
I've done everything. I'm just trying to find a stepdaddy for these kids.
A stepdaddy.
I can cook. I can clean. I'm everything.
I'm every woman.
Yes, I got all the flaws and the ahs that you were talking about.
See?
Why won't he see me?
Right.
And then that's when I'm cooking and God would tell me things like, no, you're the prize. You bring favor.
Yes.
Why are you chasing after him?
Yes.
Anything that you have to chase is running. What are you doing?
Yes. Say that again. Go back.
Anything you have to chase is running. You don't chase. And so I found myself.
Pace.
Yes, you pace. You pace.
Chasing.
Let him come to you.
Yes.
Don't respond to that text that quickly. Chill out.
Lay low.
Let him miss you.
Take a knee.
Yes.
All of that.
So I learned how to be the woman I am today with just me, God, kitchen therapy.
Wow.
That's it. Yes, ma'am.
That's all it takes. I think those were the key ingredients.
Yeah.
To a great cooking meal.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you said that's where it was birthed.
Yep, that's where kitchen therapy was birthed. And then I had some girlfriends over, and they were like, girl, and I was like, listen, we're going to pour some wine. We're going to have this music going. I'm going to teach you. I think I taught them how to make Spanish chicken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were like, girl, you need to do this. You need to teach classes. Like, she was like, girl, I feel so like amazing after this. And I'm like,
it's like you said, it's therapy.
It is.
Because once you over there and you're cooking, y'all are sipping, and sometimes you allow the layers to unfold or to peel away.
Yes.
Right.
It's the kitchen, and the crazy thing about the kitchen, if you think back in our history.
Yes.
The kitchen, around the table in the kitchen is always a safe place for Black people. I don't know about white people because we're not white.
Right,
right. We don't know about their culture and with their dynamics and all their stuff. But for the Black family, the kitchen table, whether it was a single parent with her children, whether it was a 2-parent home, whether it was a child being home with their grandmother, the kitchen and the table have always been a safe place for us.
Yeah,
they've always been a safe place.
It has. It has
to learn to learn etiquette, to learn.
That was the thing in the Black community. You had to get home at a certain time before dark, and everybody had to sit down at the table, which is what we really don't do anymore. We're always eating on the go, and it just seemed like when you wake up in the morning, it's the next day.
Yes, ma'am.
So
everything's a blur.
You're right. Yeah. So what has this afforded you? So being the kitchen therapist, starting that journey, what has that branched off to?
Girl, so it's crazy. So like I said, I was a social worker.
Okay.
Kitchen therapy, the first year up into the pandemic, I think it was 2017, was a pandemic in 2020. I would do classes every year throughout the months, different theme classes to address women, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-confidence, business startup, all that other good stuff. We would learn those things in the kitchen. Every class was sold out. Wow. So my goal with the classes was, to teach women how to go back to the table, how to serve their families, how to cook dinner for their families, because most men's love language, the way to his heart is through his stomach.
That's what I
say. Whether it's your son, whether it's your husband, whether it's your significant other, that's what we do. And so I taught classes. Every single class was sold out. At the time, I was living with my mom. And the goal was, of course, pour into women, but also make extra money. Yeah. Because that social work salary, that good city government job was not doing what it was supposed to do. It was not giving what it was supposed to give.
It was giving.
Okay.
Got it.
So since then, I met my husband in the same studio.
So you were open to love again.
I was, but it took me a while. It took me some kitchen therapy. I'm telling you, it took me a while to get there. Okay. I went from not being open to all men are the same to watching movies like, no, there is somebody out there for me. My best friend told me one day, she's like, what you want exists. And I
think a lot of us, even men, because even in talking with men, you find that they really do want love.
They do.
They really do. They may not know what it looks like.
Right.
But they are open to the possibility of love.
They are.
And when you have gone through a divorce, it is a beautiful thing when you can lay it all at the altar and be open to love again.
Yes, ma'am.
That is super beautiful. So what about this book that you wrote?
Yes, so my book, In Pursuit of Me, it is the raw journey of a young woman who simultaneously learned to pour and stay full. So when I got out of my divorce, I realized that I was just pouring everywhere. Just pouring myself out in my marriage, pouring myself out to my children, pouring myself out to friendships that weren't really friendships. But in these situations, I would leave empty. I would leave completely empty. And so through my journey of healing from my divorce, God really taught me to learn how to pour into other people. But also, if I'm pouring,
not to have a heavy hand.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Because we
don't be heavy, baby. Because listen,
we don't need all the seasoning.
You don't need all of it.
A glass of wine. I mean, even though we're gonna have several, but just have a sip here and there.
Right. But just if I feel full from a situation, so I'm very apprehensive about pouring. I got to make sure, okay, when I leave this, am I gonna feel full? Am I gonna feel full? And that doesn't always mean that the person has poured into me, but just does my pouring also help me feel full? And he taught me that through what I went through with God in that book is crazy. Like, it is crazy. How you take me all the way back to my childhood and start asking me questions about that, and you want me to heal from all of that?
That's the other thing that people may not want to, especially when you start talking the big T word, therapy, is that sometimes people feel like, I don't want to go all the way back.
Yep.
Because that might be too much.
Yes, ma'am.
It might be overwhelming.
It might hurt.
Just think about it. It's still there. Like when you're sleeping, it's there. When you wake up,
yes, ma'am.
It's there.
It's there.
You will find you. The old you, the childhood you.
Listen,
the
whole you.
The whole.
And as we interact with people, and they press buttons that we don't realize are there, they come out.
So kitchen therapy is necessary, is what you're saying.
Very necessary. And therapy is, I just started therapy yesterday. Isn't it crazy?
Look at you.
It's crazy.
Look at you growing, girl.
So therapy, and as much as a mental health professional that I am, I found myself hitting a block. It was like, okay, and I said this yesterday, but it was kind of weird because I'm like, God has helped me through a whole bunch of stuff. With my book, I felt like I went through a whole supernatural experience.
And you did.
With God, with therapy. But right now, with where I am in my life, I hit a block. It's like, Lord, I need a little extra help.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm listening to you or I just need a little extra help. And I think when you've hit a block and you can't work through things yourself or with God, it's time to get someone else involved. It's time to get a professional involved. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. I think just like you take care of yourself,
just like you go get your nails done,
that's
your feet
it.
done, your
you need a feeling. Your mind needs a feeling.
Your mind needs a feeling.
Your mind needs a touch up.
So like we're saying, kitchen therapy is another form.
It is.
Of therapy.
It is.
Wherein you can fill your cup over and over again.
Over and over.
Spice of life.
Yes.
Thank you again.
No problem.
For sharing yourself and your story with us.
Amazing.
This has been a blessing for me.
Yes, I feel full. I was like, oh, I'm so scared, but no, I feel full.
Oh, I am too. Thank you. Thanks for watching today's episode with Brittney Callier. As you can tell, we had like an amazing time. We were just like two girlfriends chatting it up. So make sure you watch all of the episodes and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another episode of Ride Along Conversations. For more of these types of episodes, you can click here or here. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again. Come on.